Hey guys, Glenn Kellaway from the basement. It's actually Wednesday afternoon when I'm recording this, but I'm not going to upload it until Thursday morning because I already uploaded a video today. But Amazon just showed up with all kinds of stuff here, man, and another CD that's not boxed. I'm going to talk about. I know what this is. I have no idea what this is. I don't recall ordering a record, but I could have. I don't know. Let's start with it. What the hell is this? I'm getting old. I'll probably open it and then go, oh yeah, I know what it is. Here we go. You ready? I'm just going to be just as... Oh, the Kitchen Dwellers. Oh, okay. So this is some kind of a bluegrassy jam band that I got introduced to. Somehow I just saw their name associated in a... I think they were opening for somebody or something, and I thought, who the hell are these guys? And I went on Spotify and checked them out, and I really dug this stuff. They're really good. The Kitchen Dwellers. I didn't realize I'd bought this on vinyl. Very cool. Wow. Great cover, eh? These guys are pretty good. Don't let the term bluegrass scare you. They're kind of a... They do have a bluegrassy lineup for sure. Bass, banjo, acoustic guitar, mandolin. But also featuring... So this kind of might intrigue you. Penny whistle, piano, sitar, pedal steel, fiddles, viola, cello, bodhran drum, and regular drums. So there's a lot going on here. I'm really interested in giving this a good listen. There's the inside. Double album. I think I ordered the album because I think it might have been as cheap as the CD. And I'd rather have vinyl, although it's nice to have the CD so you can download it and put it in your car. That's got a weird color to it. That's oh, there we go. Wow, very cool. Kind of like a cloudy sky or something. The other album any different? Anything else in here? There's some kind of a book. That's cool. Oh my God, this is like pretty heavy duty stuff. Look at that. Come on, this got to be in. This is looking pretty cool. This is looking pretty cool. All the lyrics, something you don't get with a bluegrass band. Yeah, if I remember, this was pretty quirky music. It was pretty interesting. Give these guys a listen. The Kitchen Dwellers. Very interesting. I'm excited. Well, while I'm doing that, I'll show you this. Because it's kind of a... I wish I could remember which one of my viewers turned me on to this. This is the bass player from Widespread Panic, Dave Schools. Great, kind of a quirky singer-songwriter guy, dude. Todd Schneider, if anybody heard of him. Neil Castle, who plays... trying to think of what bands Neil Castle plays in, but he's so associated with the Grateful Dead somehow, and I think he did the music Circles Around the Sun for the Dead. Dwayne Trucks, Derek Trucks' brother, I believe, and Chad Staley. It's kind of like a supergroup. And I think this came out in 2014. I had never heard of it. They're called the Hardworking Americans. I went and looked on it. This is a good rock album, man. I went and listened. It's got a great cover. I went and, again, when, I wish I remember, sorry, whichever one of you turned me on to this. My apologies. But anyway, I went and listened to it on Spotify and really dug it. So, ordered it. Pretty cool. There's pictures. That's Mr. Schools there from Widespread. Really good. Just a good solid rock album. And this. So I have been on the fence about buying this for months now. I have never read reviews so mixed on anything in my frickin' life. I mentioned it the other day in my video on my ranking my progressive rock songs. And I asked if anybody was had it, what they thought of it. My good friend Steve from A is for Alice, B is for Bob, C is for Cool Dude, because Steve is a cool dude. He said he has it and he really likes it. And then John W., he yelled at me in capital letters and said, "Get that set. It's fantastic." So right away, that made up my mind. I went and I ordered it. So let's just see if I can get it open here. Oh my God. You know what I need? I need my banjo picks. I loved Vinyl Richie's comment the other day. It's good to see a banjo pick is good for something. I like that. That was funny. Us banjo pickers can take a joke. You know that? We're not sensitive. There it is, folks. Genesis BBC broadcast 5 CD set. Very excited to have this. Very excited to listen to it. Thank you, Steve and John, for convincing me. You guys know I have been on a Genesis kick. They have now become one of my... I was doing a ranking, not on a video, just thinking about doing a future video, ranking my 10 favorite bands as of today. And Genesis was right up there. I have just turned into such a Genesis freak from a guy who absolutely couldn't stand them in the 70s. And didn't start to appreciate them until till Gabriel left. Phil Collins was the front man, and they had all those massive hit songs, Land of Confusion and all that stuff. I loved that stuff. It was great. And I still like that stuff. But somewhere along the line, I started to pay more attention to the early stuff when I started to get really into Steve Hackett's solo stuff and the live Genesis stuff he was doing. Being a big Peter Gabriel solo fan, it just seemed like at some point I had to catch up with these guys. And I'm glad I did, because I'm just absolutely just having a freaking amazing time getting to love all this music. So there's the cover, 5 discs. First disc 1970 to 75, it looks like. Second disc is Nebworth Concert. Now these are all partial. From what I understand, Tony Banks, what do they call that when he curated this set and decided what was going to be on it. He didn't want to duplicate anything, but he left a lot of real big tracks off. I've been watching some reviews of it on YouTube, and one gentleman said that this is kind of a deep cut thing. There's not a lot of lot of what you would consider Genesis classics on here. And there's a show from the Lyceum 1980, and I understand the Wembley show is fantastic. From 1987, I hear that's like a classic show. And then more Nebworth from 1992, and I think it even goes up to, what was the dude's name who took over for Phil Collins singing at the end there? I didn't like that stuff, but there's a couple of his tracks on there too, I think. But let's see what's going on here. How do you get into this thing? Jeez. I think the top's supposed to come off. Holy crap. It's ridiculous. Just talk amongst yourselves. I'm just going to play around here. Look at it's got that thing that it's got to come out of here somehow. Okay, come on, get out of here. It's ridiculous. Maybe I'll never get to listen to it. Ah. I was listening to a Genesis live album today. It was the Way We Walk. I was listening to disc 2 of that. I bought it used a long time ago. I'd never listened to it. There's 2. The one album is called The Shorts, and it's kind of all the Phil Collins hits stuff. And then the second one it's called The Longs, and it's all stuff they were doing. Now, the problem was they took all the classic Genesis songs from the Phil Collins or from the Gabriel era, and they put them into a medley. Like, they didn't really give them the justice they deserved. And I'm still trying to get this freaking thing open. That's ridiculous. How do you people listen to this thing? I've never in my life had so much trouble getting into anything in my life. This is blooper reel. I don't know what to say. Ah! There we go. Oh my God, is that tight? Holy crap. Well, there it is. I'm tired. Okay, I'll see you next week. Okay, so it looks like I got myself a book. The BBC broadcasts. Let's see. CD1, it just kind of gives you a whole breakdown of all the songs. CD2, just an overview of the set. Then the discs look like this. Kind of nice. Nice little packaging. Phil Collins on the cover of the first one. Looking all weird. Disc 2, Squonk. Disc 3, the Dominoes. I'm assuming that's what that's supposed to be. Disc 4 would be Second Home by the Sea, maybe? And disc 5 would be Nebworth. That's what that picture's from on the cover. Is Nebworth. So, yeah. I got some cool stuff here, man. I am going to give it all a listen. And we'll let you know my thoughts. And I'm really excited to hear that Kitchen Dwellers. That's going on right now. As soon as I get out, and I'm so afraid of putting this cover back on here, I'll never get it off again. Okay, I'm going to put some Vaseline on there or something, and we'll see you later.